All right, welcome to episode 1 of jazz practice, guitar technique, I don't know. It's going to be just basically a vlog of my practice routine. Right now I'm super into jazz. Somehow System of a Down is playing at the same time as me recording on my phone, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, we're just going to use a raw phone video. It's going to be tight. So yeah, we are heading to my practice space where I can plug my guitar in and make noise for as long as possible whenever I want. It's pretty cool. It's called a band room. The benefits are heating, air conditioning, better than nothing. But it's also humidified correctly for the humidity, and it is nearby. It's a 10-minute drive. So my plan is it's a 30-day. I was gonna do major scale, but I'm thinking let's do all the scales. So major scale, harmonic minor scale, melodic minor scale, and then major and minor sixth diminished scales. Those are the scales. I'm thinking about doing like all my mechanical and technical exercises in one scale per day. We'll see how that goes. At least for this 30 minutes, you know, maybe next time we'll do all technique, all sweeping, 30-day sweeping, you know. I'm just gonna basically show you all the way I practice or the way I intend to practice, whether I get there or not. But this is gonna be a documentary of the ups and downs. So you'll be with me when I'm changing strings. You'll be with me when I'm flubbing notes. I'm not going to do any editing or any thumbnails or any of that. This is just a side project for myself, I suppose. And so you guys can see what it takes to be a guitar player of my average caliber. But hopefully after I do this for a while, I'll be good. That's the thing, man. When you get practicing, if you practice 2 days in a row, you can feel the difference. Like, if you get into a rut where you're only practicing a few days a week, it can feel like you're making no progress, and it's probably because you are making no progress. If you do it every day, guitar's a hard thing. It's like working out, man. We're gonna treat this just like working out. This is a 30-day, full-body exercise routine. Meaning we're gonna use our left hand, we're gonna use our right hand, we're gonna downward angle picking, upward angle, alternate, economy, sweeping, string skipping. That's something I always want to do more of, because you can get really cool arpeggios with string skipping, and you don't have to do sweeping or tapping, which I'm fine about sweeping. I don't really tap. Those two things aren't a huge part of what I'm liking, but like I like playing arpeggios with alternate picking. You can really hear it. That probably has to do with the fact that I'm in jazz mode. The more jazz you play, the more it's like less about, I mean, it's precise. You can't just flub notes everywhere, but it's improv, so there's less, you know, it's less about a finished product. I'll be honest, I really didn't feel like practicing, and I still really don't feel like practicing today. It feels very, very real today. Life feels very real, and instead of doing groceries or all that other stuff, I decided to just practice. And then once you've got that win under your belt, then the other stuff comes easy, right? But yeah, every day, if you want to do every day, I might do 5 days a week. It's either going to be 5 days a week or 7 days a week, because I still am going to play besides this practice. That's the thing, is this is just mechanical practice, right? This is just 30 minutes to an hour of mechanical, making sure my stuff's working. It's like a defense, right? 30 minutes of defense, and then 30 more minutes of maybe learn some new stuff, practice some stuff up tempo, pick up the tempo, right? What else? You know, stuff like that. Stuff that's not necessarily music, performing. Like you're practicing when you're performing. Believe me, when you're on stage in front of people and you're playing something for the 8th time, it's better than the 7th time, but it's not going to be as good as the 9th time. And once you get to the 100th time, you may have locked it in pretty good. But you can always expand how good said good is. Let's say I do good at a performance, I could do gooder. I should cut that. No editing, dude. No cutting. All right, we got father son taking their sweet time crossing the crosswalk. They don't know I'm trying to shred. All right, here we are. My secret storage unit that's hidden to the public. It doesn't say storage anywhere. In fact, it just says like flooring, like Carpets R Us or some shit. All right, here we are. I've got the DePergo. It's just one of my Uncle Chris's guitars that I inherited. It's very beautiful, as you'll soon shortly see. We're in the storage facility. It's very cool. It's like hiding behind like a flooring company, like a carpet company. Okay, put in the code. Don't look in the reflection of my eyes and zoom in to find the code. Okay, now we do share Studio A. Or we have Studio A, but there is a Studio B, and we share that with a drummer. And our schedules have never overlapped, luckily. And if they do, that's fine, because we have soundproofing type situations. Let's get a light. Now today I'm also recording a bunch of other videos, but we're gonna start off with practice, because I've been neglecting my practice. Major arpeggios. Ooh, did I not lock the door? That'd be insane. All right, here it is. For those of you that watch my other stuff, you've seen this room. It's where I do everything. It's my everything room, and everything includes, fuck, where's my guitar? Practicing guitar. Oh, did I bring an instrument cable? I'm gonna be pretty bummed if I don't have an instrument cable right now. There's no way there's no instrument cable, right? Okay. Here's the DePergo. Classy custom guitar. She beaut. She bangs. Let's get some more lightings. Okay, so a lot of what I practice is like Barry Harris type stuff. If you don't know Barry Harris, he's a jazz instructor that teaches bebop. He died recently, which is a sad thing, right when I started getting into him. All right, real quick test. First things first, we always throw the metronome on. We'll start at 100 BPM. And I'm just gonna downward pick angle. You can see it from this camera. As opposed to upward pick angle. Downward pick angle. The reason for this is I suck at downward pick angle. So we hit down and up. We'll do eighth notes. Okay, I wanna make sure I've heard recently that instead of angling your pick, like on the other, let's pause. Okay, so we've got our wrist position is downward, but the pick angle should be exactly across the strings, not like this. You get a chirp. Hear the chirp? So if you do this, it's more of a pluck. So that's something I've been trying to work on as well. So we're gonna make sure we're getting a pluck with the absolute perpendicular pick angle, but then we're also wrist angling forward. And I'm gonna exaggerate a lot so you guys can see this. Wrist angle forward. Don't ever do that, because that hurts you, but slightly forward, see? Here's the real, down, up. It's subtle. Okay, let's get back to it. I'm just picking a random note on the left hand. Something you can do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, accent. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Do an open string. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And then I'm getting a little tight, so shake out your shoulder if your shoulder's getting tight. Move your chair around however you need to do it if you're getting tight. Okay. Start from scratch. Let's go again. I'll turn the metronome down so you guys don't have to. Oop. I meant the volume of the metronome. Let's turn the volume of the metronome down so that hopefully just I hear it and you guys don't have to deal with that. Okay, back to mechanics. In fact, I'm going to turn that up. Okay, let's go to the B string just for mixing it up. Now I'm focused on relaxing, so the music's going to sound garbagey. Out of tune. Just slightly out of tune. All right. Now I'm going to do the third beat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoulders getting tight. There we go. If I'm tight at that tempo, that's not good. See, I'm doing the angle thing. I need to go back to flat. Perpendicular. Third beat. 1, 2, 3. Now we got some music. But I'm tight again. Okay. Fourth beat. It's a great way to learn how to control dynamics. Okay, now I'm just doing 1 and 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, that's naturally what's going to happen. We got to let's get everything even. All of them are at high velocity. Let's make them quiet. Okay, a lot of stuff to practice there. I'm going to continue the same right hand thing, but I'm going to change to picking some notes, fretting some notes here. Okay, so why don't we do like slowly get the left hand in action. Fix the picking hand. I'm palm muting. Why don't we not palm mute for this? 2. 4. Okay, now we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to change a note every pick. But I'm going to make sure. Let me pause for a sec. This is a John Petrucci. It's from his rock. I forget what it's called. Rock playing or something, like something standard. Metal, tips to play metal or something. But it's going to be chromatic, and we'll start on the E string. Make sure that I'm making sure my pick is perpendicular. I need to make sure I'm perpendicular. Also, make sure I'm downward facing. If you're wondering why the reason for that is, Troy Grady has a deep dive on why that works. Lots to do. You got to mute the strings from ringing. I'm trying not to palm mute to do that. I'm trying to just do it with good technique. Let's put the metronome back on. always stop to make sure my arm's not tight. If you want to keep it going, that's how you do it. You bring the pinky up. Check it out. And you go down. Still downward angling as far as the wrist goes. Stop. I keep angling this way. I play that way. I don't ever. You can hear how much louder and better it sounds versus me. That's just not right. I saw a video on it recently. So, all right, let's start moving around a little faster now. 105 BPM. I'm just gonna stay low for a sec. Make sure I don't get tight. Keep my downward wrist angle. You can see it on the camera. I'm not doing this. You can hear a lot of fumbling that way, but if we keep it down. Something I notice is when I try to keep it down, or when I try to keep the pick perpendicular, my wrist goes up like this. I want the wrist to be down and the thing to be perpendicular. Here we go. Let's try on the G and B strings. Nope, palm muting. Donkey Kong thing. Wait. Anyway. Okay, one more. Let's do the full broad spectrum and then we'll move on to some harmony. Start over. You know what? I'm gonna be real. Let's go halftime. I'm not ready. Boom. Okay, I did everything that time. Something to think of if you're practicing and it's not working, slow it down. I mean, if it's not working, be honest with yourself. Slow it down. So I like 105 BPM, but we're playing quarter notes now. So with every click, 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 down, up, because I got to make sure the strings don't ring. I got to make sure my picks are, you've heard it. I'm going to go to the top and I'm going to do everything that I just did with upward pick angle, which you'll see is a lot more natural for me. And in this case, we're going to start with an up stroke as well. So we're going to completely mirror the exercise. So up, down, up, down, up, down. big difference there is up picking is a lot easier to keep the strings from ringing open. Just if you're playing along, you'll feel what I'm saying. Because I'm on the up pick, I'm also muting the string under it with this thumb. So see how my thumb's already muting the E string? So that's the idea. Is let's turn the metronome off and just so you can see the mechanics in action. Now if we can really get it, you can hear how easy I can get it, like, and you know I'm not that good because I can't do it slow yet. So it really is a kind of a trick. Instead of just trying to pick, you really have to slow everything down and be like, okay, an up pick with an upward facing wrist angle allows me to get to the next string. If I'm doing an even number of picks per string, right? If I'm doing 3, then everything's out the window. And as you guitar players know, everything's in 3s. That's why playing fast is hard. There's 3 notes per string, so the hand goes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, or up, down, up. Everything's freaking changing. All right, let's get on some melody here. We're going to do C major. So what I'm going to do first is start at as low as I can, E. Oops. Okay, there's one position. Now I'm here. Oops. Wait. So basically I'm kind of thinking modes. I'm thinking we're in D here, or C major, so D is going to be Dorian. There's a minor with a raised 6th. So we'll go. We'll do 3 notes per string. Then we got E, which would be Phrygian. Nope. That's striking. Nope. Okay. That's my problem. It's Phrygian. Okay, we'll go to the next one. So you kind of get the ideas. I'm playing just modes, getting my head set to C major. So now that it's in C major, why don't we do something a little fancier? We'll do some thirds. Turn it here so you can see. Right? So there's in position. Here's up the neck. Here's in position. So I'm going to mess around with these now. What? Why don't we do triads now? Perfect, that's what we're going to do. So now our right hand is just more free form. We're going to keep it real slow. Most of our brain power is going into the left hand now, but we're going to keep the mechanics from the right hand practice. So let's go slow. I'm just starting on a down. You hear it? Got some fret buzz, so we're gonna all together ignore that. All right. Or let's just keep it slow. Now we're gonna start with an up. There's some stuff I like with an up again. Oops. Up's hard. Let's try again. Down. Up stroke. Oh, that's why I do a little economy right there, a little sweep. So up, down, 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 up, down. Almost had it. Okay. We got the picking, we got the chords. Now let's go up the neck. Oops. Okay, we really got C major locked in now. Now I'm going to play right here for the rest of the exercise. So what we're going to do, let's do triads in position. Same thing. But you can see I can get way farther up now. See again, 1, 2, 3, oop, 4. So now the 4 chords here. See, there's your F chord. Okay, so let's do it again. Okay, I gotta get my pick angle right. Let's go slow. Actually, no, I gotta keep it medium because it's gonna go back and forth. Because this isn't routine 4 notes per string or 2 notes per string or 6 notes or whatever. This is just craziness. 1 note per string, 2 notes per string, 3 notes. Doesn't even matter. Actually, it seems like it's 1. All right. Yeah, there's 3. Then there's 1. So now I'm just focusing on staying loose, staying in time, string noise, pick angle, muting the strings. Oh, mute, yeah. Let's do it again. Started with an upstroke this time. See, I'm mixing all the stuff from the beginning in. Okay, so that was nice. Let's do 4-note chords. In this case, it'll be 7th chords. So it'll be C major, 7, D minor 7, E minor 7, F major 7, D dominant 7, G dominant 7, A minor 7, B diminished 7, back to C, major 7. So if you didn't get that, that was major 7, minor 7, minor 7, major 7, dominant 7, minor 7, diminished 7. Okay, here we go. Starting with a downstroke. And we're just going to play 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, so you'll notice a few of those times I did a different pattern, like right here. Or what is it? Or it's... Oh, there's that one I didn't even do. You'll notice there's a lot of different patterns. Let's do it one more time. Let's reverse. Oops. There it is. Oops. Really good exercise for picking and for knowing where your notes are. All right, we're going to stop the metronome for a second. Now we're going to do the arpeggios, but we're going to come down. We're going to go up the 1 chord and down the 2 chord. So it's going to be, and then up the 3 chord and down the 4 chord. Up 5, down the 6. Up the 7, down the 1. And now we're going up the 2. Oops. And that's because, you know, we're in an uneven scale. We're on an odd numbered scale, the major scale, 7 notes. So it's going to come around every other beat. Let's do it. 105 BPM. Already messed up. So we could get out of it. See, all these things are just exercises. You only use small part of it. For example, like a... Right? Not bad. That's Mario. Mario 3. We love the key of C. All right, let's try it again. A little too fast. Don't want to do that. Damn. Alright, let's do the half step rules before we get out of here. So we take a C, and I'm not going to explain it, I'm just going to let you guys listen. Well, it basically adds a note so that we're not in an odd numbered scale anymore. So we go, like if it's major, we go... Sometimes I do like my arpeggios into those, like 2, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Okay, you guys kind of see it. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can just do that. Pick an arpeggio. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, we're getting out of there. It's been a good one. We got a lot done. The drummer showed up, the guy next door, and so I couldn't do my full, long, scripted out video, which I'm not quite ready for, but I was able to figure out every last note to the Shame in You vocal harmony analysis video that I was going to do. Blah, blah, blah. All that to say, we did the practice, and the practice is the most important part. I should have just taken a right there. Left is going to be impossible at this time of night. I had that chance right there. Anyway, a lot of times you're going to be practicing, and then halfway through you're going to be like, what am I even practicing this for? I'm not going to play this in a song, blah, blah, blah. Try to fight those thoughts, because as long as you're doing something, it's way, damn it, I missed another turn. Way better than doing nothing. I can promise you that. So even if you're like, oh, it's just a C major scale, like I'm thinking right now, oh, I just did C arpeggios, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's why it's an everyday thing. Tomorrow we'll be doing E harmonic minor stuff, and we'll be doing ear training. It'll be split up. Lots of things you do every day, but unlike weight training where you have to take a day off for your muscles to regroup or whatever, or at least that's conventional ideology. Unlike that, guitar you can just do every day, so it can get really stale. So you have to like trick your mind. You have to like maybe tomorrow we'll take arpeggios off the docket completely, or we'll take something out so we don't have to think about it. But I'm gonna always think about my picking angle, because that's the #1 thing right now, is that damn picking angle. We're just gonna go for it. All right. Okay, so yeah, the downward picking angle, the upward picking angle, the actual pick being perpendicular to the strings, that's another thing I'm going to be thinking about all day, all week, all month, for the month of November 2023, for our 30-day, yeah, whatever, I don't know what to say. To be honest, I'm just feeling good that I did anything. A lot of times I don't feel like doing it, so I don't. That's the problem with relying on motivation. That's why I'm trying to get this 30-day discipline. You know what I mean? So you don't. It's very common stuff, but when you get in the habit of relying on motivation, which I think is great, that I found a way to enjoy my job, but then you end up putting other things on the back burner, like practicing. When my job is playing guitar in front of people and listening to music and analyzing music and everything music related, then sometimes some of the stuff gets put on the back burner. And we don't want the most important thing, like practice, to be put on the back burner. That's just not acceptable. So we're back on practice. Try to do it in the morning. That way I have my fingers ready all day long, my ears are ready. Do some vocal warm-ups. That's a different channel. This is all guitar related and music theory related. Vocals are a whole different beast. And I generally have a decent vocal, at least defensive strategy, so I don't get worse at singing. But I haven't been putting in the offense as far as getting better at singing, which I hate that. But we're focused on guitar right now. You can't do everything, right? If we can just get this guitar back on schedule, it's going to be good. I'm excited to see the difference and how fast and clean and how good I can play. Still gray, still cloudy. Another big part of my job is sitting on the computer and going through files. That's a huge part of it. Going through, this whole terabyte is full. Now I got to go through the files and delete stuff and put stuff over to this hard drive, external hard drive, and delete some of that stuff and the raw footage and the blah, 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 blah. That's a big part of it. Another big part of my day, untangling cables. That's a huge part of it. Oh, so I just left my storage unit, as you know. My door doesn't lock, so that's good. Now the inside door to my room doesn't lock, which means the drummer, guy next door, has access to just walk in there. And I'm nervous because I have a lot of stuff in there. So I called the lady. She said she's going to get it fixed. I gave the guy permission to go in there. Did not give him permission to touch or steal my 6-string DePergo electric guitar. So I hope that's still there tomorrow when we go back for day 2. And like I said, day 2 tomorrow's going to be like E harmonic minor stuff. So we're going to do everything we did today, but in the key of E harmonic minor. So that involves the arpeggios are going to be different. They're going to be weird. A lot of you might be like, why not just do the regular minor scale? Because that's the major scale. A minor is C major. Everything's exactly the same. So we already did A minor today. And you'll probably notice that if you go back and watch. I did a lot of A minor shapes. Another reason to practice in key is you start to see all the patterns. If you just stay in C forever. I used to practice, in 2022, I practiced 12 different keys. Every month, a different key. So I'd practice for 30, well, I'd miss some days, but I practiced for 30 days in one key. You can do so many things in one key, but I really started getting good at, okay, we're in the key of D. So now I know exactly where all the chord shapes are for the key of D by the end of those 30 days. And now it's in my brain and in my body and in my hands for when I need it. I did the key of B, I did the key of F sharp. I did all the keys, baby. 12 keys for 12 months. It was a cool way to do it, but now I'm going to do one key per day and focus on, for example, the monthly theme will be jazz improv, right? That's kind of like the theme. Instead of last time the theme was G, all the metal in G, all the rock in G, all the, instead of that, we're going to be doing jazz, bebop, improv, and every day is a different key or a different scale. Key and scale, same thing. C major key is a C major scale. E harmonic minor, the key of E harmonic minor, I guess would just be technically E minor. But harmonic minor adds a raised 7, so it's more like the major scale. In that it resolves bum bum, ti do, la la, Another good thing, if you can, is write down everything you practiced. I wrote it on a notepad on my computer so I can, pull up the old trusty notepad, refer to what I was practicing so that I can continually do the same, or I can keep it on what's the word? Congruent. Keep things congruent.